Hi friends, my name is Ophelia Gehrman and I'm a family physician with a passion for functional medicine, which means I like to focus on nutritional and holistic methods of healing and balancing our bodies. Today, I'll be sharing a few tips on how to have fun in the sun and the benefits of achieving optimal vitamin D levels for glowing health. Did you know that vitamin D is not just a vitamin? Sure, it's a nutrient that can be obtained in small amounts from some food sources, but its main source comes from our skin. But one thing is needed for that to happen though, and that's, you guessed it, sunlight. When sunlight comes in contact with our skin, it triggers the production of vitamin D. But the vitamin D in our skin is not activated yet. It needs to make 2 pit stops by the liver and kidney to be activated and ready for action. So how much vitamin D does our body need? In the early 20th century, the daily recommendations were low, 400 to 800 international units per day, depending on our age. And that was, of course, to maintain strong bones. But 21st century scientists have discovered that there are about 200 gene sites and over 2,000 specific receptors that depend on vitamin D to function optimally. We have also discovered that there are a few organs besides our skin that can initiate their own internal production of vitamin D. Now that's cool. By now, you have probably guessed it, that vitamin D is a superstar for our body. Not only does our brain, bones, intestines, thyroid, and nervous system need it, vitamin D is a powerful energizer for our immune system. I bet you don't want to run low, and neither do I. So for that, many scientists are now recommending a daily dose of 2,000 to 5,000 international units per day. Or you may want to convert that to 50 to 100 micrograms daily. I highly recommend everyone have his or her vitamin D levels checked at least once, especially if you're pregnant, elderly, or have health problems. But if you have symptoms like fatigue, difficulty focusing, chronic allergies, and joint pain, this test is especially important for you. Doesn't a balanced metabolism, enhanced memory, and resilient immunity sound fantastic? It does to me too. So ask your healthcare provider to check your vitamin D because blood findings are an easy way to gauge how well you're doing with your vitamin D production and or supplementation. A good blood level to strive for is between 40 to 50 nanograms per milliliter. Now here's a grim statistic for you. The majority of the world's population is vitamin D deficient and don't even know it. It's the biggest nutritional pandemic there is. The major reason we all run the risk of vitamin D deficiency is that we aren't exposed to enough sunlight. Our high-tech jobs and indoor careers have removed us from nature's healing rays. Also, when using sunscreen SPF 30 or above when we're outdoors, we reduce the body's production of vitamin D by 95%. It's also important to note that persons with naturally darker skin produce less vitamin D and may require 3 to 5 times longer sun exposure to make the same amount of vitamin D as a person with lighter skin tone. Exposing your limbs is important for producing enough vitamin D, as the surface area of our face is too small to supply our entire body's demand for the sunshine vitamin. Some other modern risks for low vitamin D are obesity, inflammatory gut disease, and living in highly polluted cities. But let's not forget about some modern medications. Some of the most popular over-the-counter medications are known as proton pump inhibitors. for acid reflux. A study showed that taking these antacids long-term could lead to higher rates of hip fractures and decreased vitamin D absorption. So what are some ways to get sunlight? Well, friends, there's no doubt about it. We really have to be intentional about getting enough vitamin D and sunshine. Spending 20 to 30 minutes a day can be enough for most of us to raise and maintain healthy vitamin D levels. But if you can't pocket that much time, try to take a quick 10-minute work break and even set an alarm on your phone. Try to pick the early mornings or early afternoon hours on the weekends to take a walk, ride your bike, or start a little garden. But make sure to avoid the sun around noon and take proper precautions based on your unique skin complexion, as sunburns can lead to unwanted skin damage. Now, if your vitamin D levels are still low, even after you do your best at spending as much time outside as possible and eating a balanced diet, you may want to opt for some healthy vitamin D supplements, especially in the autumn and winter, to keep those winter blues away. Talk with your healthcare provider about the right dose for you. But usually, a dose between 2,000 and 5,000 international units carries no side effects. Now, once you start replenishing your vitamin D, you should expect a subtle improvement in energy, mood, memory, and immunity. It won't be sudden, so don't give up on it too soon. Just like your electronic devices, a steady daily solar recharge is what your body really needs. Now, let's summarize what we've learned. Vitamin D is the most needed vitamin in our body. It's mostly produced by your skin, and it affects hundreds of locations in our bodies. You'll need consistent sun exposure during the spring and summer to store up enough vitamin D for the winter. But don't shy away from checking your vitamin D levels and taking a healthy supplement if needed. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 7 says, "Truly the light is sweet, and it is pleasant for the eyes to behold the sun." I hope to see you outdoors soon and enjoy the sun.
Hi everyone, we have a special gift for you. The Ministry of Healing is a book that shows you how you can improve your mental, physical, and spiritual health. It has excellent information about building a healthy and happy home. We're offering this book for free to the first 100 people who call us at 540-366-9400. But wait, that's not all. We would also like to offer you LifeSource magazine. This magazine will help you on your wellness journey. This issue has topics such as the power of a plant-based diet, how to make a switch to a plant-based diet, vitamin D, omega-3 fats, the smart fats, how to improve brain function, and many others. Plus, it has a whole section of delicious plant-based recipes with a picture for each. Again, we are only offering these special resources to the first 100 people who call us at 540-366-9400. So pick up the phone. You'll be glad you did.